Hey everyone, it's Emergency Preparedness Week, and we want to make sure you're prepared for at least 72 hours in an emergency. So we decided to talk about our grab and go kit. One thing we want to go over is maybe personalizing your grab and go kit. If you have kids or if you have pets, make sure for children, maybe you have their favorite stuffy or board game to keep them occupied. If you've got pets, then we want to make sure we've got pet food for them for that 72 hours, right? So let's go over our kit. Everything here fits into our grab and go kit bag. Now, we want to make sure we have food that you actually like and is easily openable, as well as having utensils to be able to eat it. Make sure you change out that food annually. We have clothes that are for seasonal use, so you can change out your clothes for the seasons. If it's winter time, make sure you have winter appropriate clothing, especially shoe wear. Let's make sure we have a tarp, and we've got twine just in case you need to make a shelter. We have a lighter, and if the lighter doesn't work, we've got a watertight container with our matches in it just in case. We also have water purifying tablets. We have batteries for our lantern. So this lantern is a solar powered, it's battery operated, and it's wind up. And we also have, it's also our radio. So we have our radio stations for Chilliwack right on there. So in case of emergency, we don't even have to think about it. We just look at that label and we're good to go. And then you can just do a quick little wind up and listen to it and make sure it's not too fuzzy for you. We have a first aid kit. We have a local map of Abbotsford and Chilliwack. We have hygiene products. We have light sticks, and we have a couple of utility tools. Having our spare glasses in the backpack, some medications, a really good idea. We do not want to have to go back into the house, or if we forget them and we can't go back in, make sure you have your identification documents, color copies of them. So if you do happen to forget them in the house, you already have them in your backpack. And a lot of the times the banks are not going to be available to you, so have some cash on hand. I know cash isn't, a lot of people don't carry cash anymore, but having them in your backpack just in case is a really great idea. So this stuff doesn't need to be bought, it doesn't need to be expensive. You can get a lot of the stuff at the dollar store. Light sticks, anything like that can be at the dollar store, right? The stuff that you might find a little bit more expensive is when we get into the radio and the wind-up radio and the lantern. That might have to come from a hardware store, but it doesn't need to be an expensive kit. You just need to make sure it's 72 hours at a minimum and ready for you to use at any time. We want you to be safe in an emergency. The City of Chilliwack website at www.chilliwack.com, and you can look up the emergency preparedness page. It has a lot of great information on other things you might want in your grab and go kit, as well as what you can do to be prepared in case of emergency for at least a minimum of 72 hours. So stay safe, everybody, and get prepared for Emergency Preparedness Week.